Rigathi Gachagua wants to restore the dignity of the payslip. Most of you here who have a payslip, it has been raided and you have no purchasing power.
Rigathi Gachagua has already given us a roadmap of the things that he will do when he becomes the 6th president of Kenya. The question we are asking, does what he said form the manifesto of the things that they as a DCP are going to do should they be elected into power? One, he said that he's not going to lie to Kenyans that he will build roads, build dams, connect electricity. Hold that point. Like most the predecessors have done during their campaigns, he's promised people connections of water, electricity, dams, building of sports stadiums, and building, constructing roads. He said that the country is too broke. Like we have a 12 trillion debt that we are struggling to pay, that has been fast-tracked to the accumulation from the current Ruto's regime. Now, these are the things that Gachagua says he is going to do, restoring the country back to where Kibaki left us. What does that mean? He's also blaming from Uhuru Kenyatta's regime through to Ruto's regime. What does that mean? At least, according to Gachagua, we have a 15 years of wastage that we need to grapple and capture up with. Now, Gachagua says that his mandate will be restoring the health system so that when you go to hospitals, you will find drugs. He will also go back to the National Health Insurance Fund, the NHIF. He will revert from SHA or SHIF to NHIF because according to him, it was working. Free primary education, which will be his priority. He says education is an equalizer. Therefore, that will be no debate. You are restoring the university funding model, the HELB. Back then we didn't have these band 1, band 2, band 3, band 5. We didn't have those categorization of bands. So he says he will restore back to the university funding model. Now, if you are employed, this is where the gist is. Restoring the dignity of the payslip. He says the payslip has been raided and it has no power. Therefore, what is he speaking about? The house levy that you keep on paying or being deducted from your salary. He says he will scrap the house levy, hand over the units to the already constructed units to the county governments. Then the county governments will be collecting rent in order to refund those who had already been deducted these amounts in their pay slips. How Gachagua is going to do this, I don't know. But it is good to listen to this from the horse's mouth. Let us listen to him.
Why does Rigathi Gachagua want to be president? I don't want to promise you lies that I'll build roads, I'll build dams, I'll connect electricity. Those are lies. The country is almost broke. We have a debt of 12 trillion. So telling people I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that, ni uongo. Mchungaji umesema I'm a truthful man. If Kenyans elect me as president, Mungu akikubali, I don't want to promise lies to the people of Kenya. I want to do only one thing, to restore the Kenyan state to where Mwai Kibaki left us. And few things we want to do only. Make sure we restore our health system, that when you go to hospital, there are drugs. Restore NHIF so that when you have a card and you go to hospital, you are treated and you go home. Restore the education system, free primary education that Mwai Kibaki gave us. make sure we restore the university financing model so that our children can get education, which is an equalizer. Rigathi Gachagua wants to restore the dignity of the payslip. Most of you here who have a payslip, it has been raided and you have no purchasing power. That is why Kenyans are in trouble. Rigathi Gachagua will restore the dignity of the payslip by scrapping the first day the housing levy and handing over all those houses to the county governments to manage them, collect rent, and pay back all those whose money was deducted. Rigathi Gachagua will make sure there are no abductions and extrajudicial killings. He will recite the order by Murkomen of shoot to kill. Rigathi Gachagua will also recite the order by William Ruto that people should be shot on the leg. Those are the few things we want to do. We want to restore our security. Parish minister, Nairobi at 6:30 p.m. You can't walk around. Gangs with knives are robbing people in broad daylight. They are all over. There is no security in the country. Because these gangs were used to do politics. And when politics are over, they have to make a living. So they are all over. Those gangs will be dismantled and security restored.
Now, after keenly listening to Gachagua, on building roads, building dams, connecting electricity, fine. He might not promise that because, again, those are the necessary things that automatically should not be promised. They are just things that should be done. You have no choice but to do them. It is the right of the taxpayer to have roads, have electricity, water, that goes without doubt. Not to analyze one by one. Now, in terms of paying the debt, I know what plans Gachagua have in terms of collecting tax, because, we depend on tax to make sure that we, pay off our debts. Restore the country to where Kibaki left us. That can be done, I believe so. Restoring the health system, of course, that can also be done, bearing in that there is a lot of money in Kenya, a lot of taxes, free primary education. Now, going back to NHIF, it's okay, but remember again, a lot of money may be used like the scamders as they were shifting from NHIF to SHA. Anyway, free primary education, doable because Kibaki did it. Restoring university funding model, that will go without saying. Restoring the dignity of the payslip, that can be done because you have the power to say this will not be deducted, this will not be deducted. Fine. Now, the bone of contention comes here. Handing over the units to the county government to collect rent and pay back those whom the house levy was deducted from their salaries. Remember, there are people who have already purchased these units. How are you going to compensate these persons, or we'll say like in Swahili, hela yao imekunywa maji? I remember at one time even Rigathi Gachagua warning investors who were planning to buy these units not to do so because as soon as they get into presidency, they are going to do away with the house levy. And you see, it's already said that they'll hand over the houses to the county government. Now, I feel like a lot of court cases will be around these. Now, will he be a president who will honor court orders, or will he go against the court orders? Because this is where the bone of contention is. What is your take? That's just my thought. Give me your take in the comment section below. If you love content of this nature and you're watching from our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and press the notification button so anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in Hub Radio. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Dub Radio ndio mpango mzima.